Today I'm taking a look at the Streonor S15 stream controller. So there is the controller. Got some nice gel-backed feeling keys on it. That is a 5x3 grid, so that is 15 total keys, and we've got that extra little bar there on the side. You can see that is a fairly thin device, so if you need to put that in a tight area, you can do that. On the back, we got a USB-C port, and nothing else on the sides. Here is our bottom case, so if we want to have this just as a standing unit, we can use this guy for that. We've got a hole in the back for our cable, and it does have rubber feet on the bottom. So it looks like that will just sit right on top of that. Comes with two cables. We got a USB-C to USB-C, and we have a USB-C to USB-A. So it doesn't matter what type of a port you got available on your computer, you'll be able to use this with that. It's like some double stick adhesive, so if you want to, we can stick that to the wall. And we've got our user manual. So it says I use 0.6 amps or a total of 3.0 watts. I'm going to be using the stand for this, so I'm going to use the USB-C to USB-C cable and push that in through the back, and we can plug that into the back of the stream controller and fit that back together. And we can plug that into the laptop. All right, we are lit up. I'll get the app for Windows, so this is app dependent, but it says we can get that for Windows or Mac. It looks like a fairly standard installer. It's going to hit next, next, default, and install. Okay, and here is the app. Can see we got a little tutorial on here. Very nice. All right, and it actually loaded a default profile. For the weather, I wanted to show Las Vegas, so I'm just going to put that on Las Vegas. We have the option for degrees Celsius or Fahrenheit. I'm going to use Fahrenheit. And we've got a couple of different options for where we can actually get that weather. So I'm just going to use the weather API. So with that, we can now see our interface. We can see the date right there. We've got our temperature, and we got our time. Got a whole bunch of different presets built in, so that's nice. Back, okay, so that's cool. So when we hit that, that actually minimizes, and if we click on that icon, we can actually see that that is a shortcut for Win-D. So if we were just to hold Windows and D, it does the same thing, or we can hit the button right here next to us. Right here we've got our calculator. Very nice, so we got that already built in. It's one of those things that I usually put on one of these anyway. We can see if we hit the calculator button, that automatically pulls up our calculator. And we got settings, that'll pull up our computer settings. Plus and minus, so we can zoom in. We got a button just for shutting the computer down, so if you need to do that real quick, we can do that. So it's kind of interesting. When it loaded back up, it did not automatically open it back up. Now we could set that to a startup item if we wanted to. I'm always bothered by computers where as soon as you turn the thing on, 17 different applications open up automatically. I like that this one by default doesn't become invasive automatically. All right, so we know this one is power. So that is our notifications. We've got our start menu, lock screen. Oh, okay, so this is chatting through our different programs there on the bottom. That's cool. We got our search, we got go to sleep, folders, so that's one I'll probably end up using all the time, so anytime I need to go browsing through my Explorer, I can just use that button for that. Oh, and this button navigates to a whole different page. We've got a bunch of different websites we can go to. There we go, can automatically load up Chrome. I'll hit it again. Wow, so we've got 3 pages. So this thing gave us a whole bunch of default presets. It even detected both of my hard drives on there. We got local times for different cities and the temperatures for those cities. We got video playback navigation and back to the default. That's nice. And I also like that when I scroll through this, it automatically updates right here as well. So I want to copy this one and then put that right here. So now on this screen, I can go right to my search. But if we click on that, we can change that. So if we want that to be Firefox, we can do that. Now when I click on it, we're opening up Firefox. Very easy to navigate. So if we look on the left side, we can see all of our different pages. So it's the same thing as hitting this navigation button right here. If we want to add a new page, I'm just going to hit the plus. Then I can select which one I want to change. And I'm going to put in open an app. Now this is interesting. So it actually has every program that I've got on here. Let's look for Firefox, but then right next to it, we're going to open an app and we're going to put in Firefox private browsing. So if we want to open up Firefox, we can use this button to do it. But if we want to open up Firefox basically in incognito mode, we can just click that. Now we're in Firefox incognito mode. We can do the same thing, open an app, do OBS Studio. So now if I click on that one, there we go. Now we got OBS. So you can really customize this however the heck you want. So now let's say that we want to look at our desktop, but we don't want to look at all this nonsense. One of the things we can do, like I've got this folder on here called Utilities, and this has got all my utilities. So if I want to hide all this, I can go to View, Show Desktop Icons, click that, and now I got a nice clean desktop. That's the way I always prefer to run it. But if I want to just open up that folder, we can go to Open, go to Desktop and Utilities. We'll select folder. So now I can look at my nice pretty desktop background. I don't have all that nonsense all over the place, just kind of giving me anxiety. And if I want to open up that folder, I know I got it right there, and bang, we got access to it. So you can do that for the desktop, you can do that for literally any folder that you've got, and that way you can keep a nice clean interface. So love that we got that. Let's make another one. Here's text. Hi, how's it going? Okay, nice and simple. I can open up that folder. We'll make a new text document. And if I hit that button, hi, how's it going? So if you're just responding to a bunch of emails and you don't want to copy and paste everything, you can literally put a response, just a built-in pre-response that you've looked at, you've made sure the spelling and the grammar is good on it, you're never going to make a mistake on it, you can literally just put that text right there, and if you open an email, you know you got that prepackaged response, just hit that button, and bang, you've got that in there, hit send, and you're good to go. So definitely a fantastic feature. So yeah, if you're like me and you like having a nice clean desktop, but you also like being able to open up things, especially if you're playing a game and it's full screen, and you don't want to minimize it in order to open up a calculator or something like that, having the capacity to just hit a button right there and have that open up for you automatically, that is just a fantastic tool. So overall, I'm very happy with that.